Self-discovery is the new sexy. Seeking clarity is the key to unlocking your intuition. In today's fast-paced world of extra long workdays and being your kid's 5-star Uber driver, it's easy to feel disconnected from ourselves. But when we embrace clarity, we tap into our own inner wisdom and intuition. It's like finding a compass that guides us step by step towards our true purpose, desires, and living life on your own terms. Want some simple steps you can take today to cultivate clarity and connect to your intuition? Here we go. Tap into your own internal GPS by unlocking your intuition and navigating your unique path. You care less about what other people think about you when you care more about what you think about you. Calling all superhero ladies. Are you a busy woman looking to level up your life, ready to say goodbye to the energy slumps, scatterbrain moments, and stressing trying to squeeze everything into one day? Dump multitasking and master being in the moment, because if you are done with your days running together and feeling like one big major blur, or worse, feeling lost or like you don't even know yourself anymore, let's get you back into your day by feeling the day and being present. I've got just the solution for you. Join the waitlist for the Amplified Encouragers group as I show you how to amplify every aspect of your jam-packed schedule, have more energy, focus, and time to chase your dreams while doing all the things, from supercharged productivity hacks to mind-blowing self-care tips. I've got your back and your funny bone too, and get ready to conquer the world while still rocking that superhero cape. Go to the show notes and click the link to join the waitlist and be the first to get all the goods in this group. Click the join the waitlist link in the show notes and save your spot. In the midst of doing all the things, you can do all things and chase your dreams. Stay encouraged as we go on this journey called life, tackling everything that comes our way while we shine our light despite any circumstances we face. No more downplaying or dimming your light, because through the good, the bad, and everything in between, together we can encourage over everything. Hey, encourager. I hope this message finds you a little encouraged today. Yes. I know that it can be hard out here in these streets. So if you aren't feeling at least a little bit encouraged at the start of this episode, my wish for you is that you are feeling a whole heap of encouragement by the time this is all said and done. I know how it is to wake up one day and look around and wonder, who the heck am I? Life can be crazy, and we are literally walking through a maze of responsibilities and decisions every single day. Sometimes you're just trying to take care of the people, right? You got the kids, you got the boo thing, you got the dogs, you got your cats. Like, there's a lot of people to take care of. And it is so easy to get caught up in the day-to-day life and forget about your own clarity of what this season is about for you. And that's why clarity is so important, because when we can really tap into our own intuition and be clear on what we want, it really helps us discover that path that's truly meant for us. Your intuition is really like having that trusty sidekick that's guiding you through all the twists and turns of life. And yet, so many times we ignore that internal GPS that's guiding us somewhere because it doesn't seem to align with the priorities that we have right now. And the key is if we can actually tune into that more and then make sure that everything outside of us aligns back to our own intuition, if you can tune into that and have that sense of clarity, that's when you really get to make the difference in your life because you're actually living your life on your terms. For me, being a single mom, I went through that season where that was my complete focus. I had tunnel vision when it came to focusing in on me being a single mom and doing all of the day in and day out things that come along with that. And I stopped paying attention to my own life. So think about what that time period was like for you. What was it for you? Was it focusing in on being a parent? Was it your marriage, your family, or were you focused on building your career and you just lost sight of everyone and everything else? No shade, honey, I've been there. And that's really why I'm here with you now, because I know what it's like to one day open your eyes and be feeling like, okay, like, who am I and what now? Like, what now? I especially felt that when my mom passed. I didn't realize how much my whole world was wrapped up in her until she wasn't there anymore. And when it took an act of Congress to get me to do something simple like go grocery shopping without crying uncontrollably because she wasn't there. Like, we did all of our shopping together. I'd pick her up for the day. I'm talking, we do our Target runs, groceries, and everything. And when my sister came, it was like the three amigas were living their best life. I went from that to going shopping alone. And it was the hardest thing that I had to do. But I did it. So I know what it's like to have a piece of you that is missing. And now you have to figure out what your new normal is. So we've all had those types of shifts in our life. Maybe it was your kids going from one school to the next. Maybe it was the end of a relationship or a change in health or, like me, a loss of a loved one or even a job. What was the big change that came along for you that made you realize that you didn't know who you were anymore? As scary as that time was for me, I knew I had to figure out who I am and, more importantly, who I was without the physical presence of my mom in my life. Hey, encourager, are you ready to supercharge your mornings and make the most out of your day? I've got something super special for you that will help give you the motivation you need to jumpstart your mornings and amplify your productivity. You've got to get your hands on the Amplify Your AM freebie. Get ready to conquer your day like a boss. Let me tell you why this freebie is a total game changer. With Amplify Your AM, you'll receive a powerful toolkit packed with simple morning rituals and motivational strategies to help you unlock your full potential. Imagine waking up feeling energized, confident, and ready to take on any new challenge that comes your way. This is your opportunity to design a morning routine that will set you up for success. Discover and implement practical strategies to increase productivity. Create a morning routine that aligns with your goals. Develop habits that will empower and motivate you and organize your day for maximum efficiency. Ready to transform your mornings and maximize your time? Click the link in the show notes to grab your Amplify Your AM toolkit now. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to kickstart your day and achieve your dreams. And tag a friend who needs a productivity boost, and let's crush those goals together. Remember, encourager, every day is a new opportunity to rise and shine. Don't wait any longer. Get your Amplify Your AM freebie today and start creating your dream mornings. You got this. Click the link in the show notes and amplify your AM today. And this is a message that I will continue to share forever. Grief counseling saved my life. It really helped me to navigate this uncharted territory and really try to make sense of the world, because the words new normal scared me because I didn't know what it was or how to make it. So I took so many sessions and did a lot of journaling to get to know me again, and not just get to know me again, but me in this new season. So I really want to give you the goods on how to use clarity to connect back to you again, to learn more about who you are now at this season in your life. So first things first, recognize if this is something that you can do or if this is something you need help doing. I used to be the power through type of chick. Like, let me just power through and bump up my mentality right quick. But at that time, that wasn't going to help. I really needed to seek out some help and support. So I can't encourage you more to get yourself a coach, a mentor, a counselor, a support group. Get what it is that you need. We live in a world where resources are literally at your fingertips, and we ain't really got no excuse why we are not tapping into these resources. Income is really not an issue because there is a resource out there for you. There are free resources. There are, minimum payment required resources. There are so many resources. So make sure that you get connected. Tap into a community, because as much as we like to think that we are just so strong and we could do it all on our own, Little Miss Independent, yes, okay. That used to be my middle name. But sometimes even Little Miss Independent needs some help. Hello, somebody. So set yourself up for success. Asking for help is not a weakness. We have got to dispel that notion. Asking for help is a strength. So tap into your strength and ask for some help so you can set yourself up for success. Now, for my strong soldiers out there who want to go at it solo, or maybe you just want to do your own inner work. Yes, yes to the inner work, because you got to do that regardless. So set an intention to connect with your intuition. I'm going to give you some super simple steps to do just that. You've got to find a quiet place that you can be comfortable, where you won't be disturbed. Take in a few deep breaths just to relax and clear your mind. Close your eyes and just simply focus in on your breath. You can ask yourself a question or even set an intention. Notice the physical sensations or even emotions that may come up for you, but trust your initial response. This is where you trust and not second guess yourself. So if you have trouble getting a clear answer, just try asking a different question or rephrasing the one that you already asked. It's just you and you right now, boo. Just you and your creator and you getting that connection. Yes. And keep your journal nearby so that you can actually write down your thoughts and your feelings. Journaling, I really can't stress it enough to you. It is a pillar in doing your own inner work. It is a place where you can, number one, just get your feelings outside of you. Get your thoughts outside of you. Because if you stay in your head, you're dead. Okay? I learned it from Tony Robbins. Okay, so don't at me. Okay? But no, seriously, you've got to get out of your head. Sometimes we stay stuck because we are stuck in our mind and we are on a loop of repeating the same thoughts day in and day out. So, if you can get your journal and start to just write down your thoughts and your feelings, that little sense of separation right there, it helps you to better understand. And that truly is connecting with your intuition. So pay attention to them thoughts that just keep coming up over and over and over again. And the feelings too. If you can start to identify some patterns and you can see what really aligns with you versus what doesn't align with you, really pay attention to that inner dialogue because it really does drive your perception, the way that you see and even behave in your life. So pay attention. In a world where you are busy, you've got a household to run, crazy kid schedules, work, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. With all the adulting going on and all the roles you're working so hard to fill, it can cause you to forget about one of the most important relationships that you have, the one with you. Whether you've just been too busy making everyone else's world go round, or maybe you're living according to what somebody else thought was best for you, or maybe life just happened and it's got you feeling like you don't even know who you are or what you want anymore. There are so many things that can distract or disconnect you from your inner knowing. Go from feeling lost or disconnected to reconnected with the Reignite Your Inner Knowing roadmap. Get you back in touch with yourself and feeling like a priority on your own list. Knowing your desires and what you want at this season in your life, you can live the life of your dreams. And it starts with the connection you have with you. Check the show notes to get the Reignite Your Inner Knowing roadmap. It's your time to get back in touch with you. Click the show notes and get started. And practice mindfulness. I know mindfulness is like all the crave these days, right? Everybody's craving it because it's all the rave. Well, it helps you to really stay in the present moment and even relax. So, if yoga or meditation isn't your thing, then do yourself a favor and even try a walking meditation. Look at the different things that are available because you have to engage in some relaxation and stress reducing activities to really help you just be present in the moment. Sometimes our thoughts and our feelings, they take us someplace and we get far from home base, honey. So you've got to have those moments that just bring you back to the present and realize that in this moment, you are in no clear or present danger and you actually are safe and you're okay. So, if you struggle with mindfulness, I encourage you get yourself a gratitude journal and focus in on the positive aspects of your life. When you're focused in on gratitude, you can't help but elevate and raise your frequency. Raise up that vibe. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're focused in on the positive, you can't be focused on the negative. Okay? And minimize your distractions. That does include a social media or TV. Minimize those things because we are simply bombarded, okay, with so many things coming at us every day. We've got the phone that's 24/7, always on. We have the social media that's 24/7, always on. So, try to minimize some of the distractions of the outside world dictating to you how you feel so you can get quiet and you determine how you feel, what you think, and what influences you. Start paying attention to your diet and not just the things that you eat, but all of the things that you consume through so many other avenues in your life. So minimize them distractions where you can. I'm not saying you can't ever Netflix and chill, okay? Because I love to binge me a good series here and there, but But on a regular basis, try to minimize some of those other things. When you can quiet the outside, then you can really hear through your stillness on the inside. And this really goes without saying, but surround yourself with positive people who can support your intuition. Okay, your soil is so important. So, who you have around you planted in your soil, it makes a difference on what you gonna harvest. So, make sure that you are around positive people that are going to lend that energy and support ultimately the vibe that you want for your tribe. Okay, can't stress it enough. And really trust yourself and your intuition even if it goes against what other people may think. It is so important to really understand yourself because when you understand you, you can take what other people say as feedback and not the gospel. Amen. And lastly, remember that connecting to your intuition, it's a practice. This is not a one and done, okay? LeBron James is not still dunking and making all these extraordinary plays because he just did it one time in a game and that was that. No, it's a skill that is practiced. So don't be discouraged if you feel like you are not yet in a space where you can really tap into or connect to your own intuition. It's a practice, babe. So be dedicated to the process, okay? Because that's really where it's at. Because if you can achieve that, then clarity becomes your compass. It's what will help guide you in making your decisions. You will be more empowered to make decisions that align with you. So find your purpose and align with it throughout the areas of your life. And this is what builds confidence. It's when you can trust you. Yes. Life can be noisy. Our daily lives are filled with noise. But when you can pause and reconnect in a space that allows you to support your values and what's important to you, it's the greatest gift that you could give yourself. Clarity is your intuition really leading you forward powerfully so that you're living a life that is a true reflection of who you are, not who your parents wanted you to be, or a circle of friends thought you should be, or anyone else outside of you. It's a true reflection of who you are. And when you're operating from this place and you know what's important to you, your values, your priorities, your dreams, desires, you're making choices and taking actions that truly support your truest intentions. And that's intentional living at its finest. So, my wish for you is to look at your life and be in love with it because it's a true representation of your most beloved, purest essence of your heart and soul. You deserve that. So, whip out your journal. Okay, now if you're driving, of course, you cannot whip out your journal. Okay, I'm gonna grant you some grace on this one. I'm a mom, so safety first. But get yourself some time when you can whip out that journal and write about what you've learned about yourself during this particular season. What are you most proud of? What do you love most about you? What do you forgive yourself for? Who do you want to be? What are your goals, dreams? What's next for you? How do you see yourself 5 years from now? What will your health, your finances, your spiritual relationship, your overall well being, what will all of that look like? If you need a little help here, use the Reignite Your Inner Knowing roadmap. It's on the website and it is your new bestie. Seasons happen, life happens. And if you've fallen off course, there's no need to put yourself down. It's just a sign that it's time to reconnect to you again. It's a sign to get to know you, to love you, and prioritize you again. Before you are a partner, a parent, a coworker, or any other role that you fill, you are a person. It's easy to get sidetracked and to be so focused on fulfilling the roles and being everyone's everything that you forget about who you were and that you were your first everything. Now is your time to get back to loving you. And where you are concerned, you got to know who you are so you can have that old school Kanye moment, because you up in here going to be like, you can't tell me nothing. You going to have that kind of vibe. You care less about what other people think about you when you care more about what you think about you. When you operate from this place of clarity, it will guide you powerfully into your best life. So encourage over your clarity, because together we can encourage over everything. Encourager, thanks so much for tuning in. My wish for you is to have your encouragement cup filled up. If you enjoyed this episode, there's a few ways to say thank you. Share it with friends. You are a true encourager, sharing encouraging messages to lift others up, because that's just what we do. Leave a review, light me up with some stars, and share your feedback, as this is how we make encouragement a way of life. And to keep the conversation going, connect with me on Instagram at Encourage Over Everything. Check the show notes for today's sponsors and all the ways to work with me and stay connected. I appreciate you. Until next time, I'm sending you love, light, and loads of positivity, because together we can encourage over everything.